morally in their face too, so I'm going to be using up a lot of the physical combat quests, or the close range combat quests. I do aim to make this the longest I've ever played Phantasy Star Online. I've never gotten a character higher than 30. I've always got bored, and I've had many different created accounts over the years that I don't even remember which one's original anymore. And then the game just kept getting updated and updated, and I just, with life and work and streaming, I just stopped caring after a while. That's why MMOs and me just don't really get along. I play for fun, and the games are just too big and require more of a party. And that's why PSO has always been my favorite, even since day one, before I even really knew what an MMO was. Don't get me wrong, I love DBO. I love Phantasy Star Online 2. World of Warcraft was pretty fun. I like the idea of that. I haven't really played much of it, but I plan on doing so for a friend. Or a mod. Not really a close friend or anything, but... I played a bit of Bless. They're not bad, it's just they're just too big. I like a good story with games too. Gameplay is fun, but MMOs tend to have the same gameplay over and over again repeatedly, and it's just like, go fight thousands of these mobs, do a bunch of quests, that's your level up. I like to be able to just beat up like a bunch of mobs, fight a boss, and, you know, get a weapon or two. Go talk to a bunch of people in a city somewhere. I don't know. Walk around in an overworld or something. I prefer to do random encounters or action combats, like Kingdom Hearts, preferably than the stuff like this. But this is action combat that I do enjoy. I just wish it was done better. MMOs really doesn't have a combat that has a longevity for me. It's weird. At least I like this combat, though. I'm not a big fan of the... Here, hit this button combat. Like World of Warcraft or Bless or stuff like that, hotkey combat that most of the MMOs have. Like, they're cool, but I prefer this kind of combat. Ow. Don't mess with my parasol, bitch. Yeah. DBO is probably the longest one I've done, and I probably got my character to 20 in that. I mean, I plan on doing more DBO, actually. Actually, I was really enjoying my way through with that, but... Again, that's solo, so it's going to be really limiting on a lot of, Like, I don't mind if people want to join in. I've definitely played with a few fans. It's cool. I just don't want to be the one dragging them down a lot of the times, because I'm just going to be searching and doing missions, and I also, like, but there's going to be raid bosses that I want to look into. It's just, that's what makes it so hard. But I do plan on beating more into DBO. I thought that was cool. That's another private server. That's why I find it hard for me to want to pay money for Final Fantasy 14, even though I want to play it. I've spent so many years on PSO, my parents paid for most of my life from Dreamcast onto Xbox. And then I'm still playing it on and off, even after it died, even after I could no longer play it online on Xbox, I still played it. And then after Zero and me played it to the point where it just, we all went our separate ways, got busy, and then the PC versions started coming out with private servers. Been playing it on pretty much everything that I found that game on. I even played the original PC for Phantasy Star as well. So I've played every iteration of that series, except for Phantasy Star Nova. Nova is the only iteration of any Phantasy Star that I've not played. And, well, of 4. Phantasy Star 4, and maybe some of the originals, but I am going to be playing 4. But I played every other Phantasy Star and Phantasy Star Online game. Keep tuned in the future. I actually do plan on doing some of the other Phantasy Star games. I plan on playing a bit of Phantasy Star Universe if I can get a PSP emulator working very well. I don't know how well they stream. I was planning on playing the PSP version of Phantasy Star Universe or Phantasy Star Portable. And then yes, actually, I'm surprised I forgot. I do actually own Episode 3. Thank you for reminding me that that is a thing. I actually did not include that. I do have Episode 3 on the GameCube. I have the legitimate copy, believe it or not. Not that that matters. It's still gonna either run off my Wii or whatever, because I have it on my Wii burned. My Wii is modded, so it's not like it really matters if I have it or not. But I do have the game, yes. And if you... I do actually plan on doing I don't know how many episodes. It's definitely not going to be a one-off. I'm going to try to do what I can with it, but I am going to stream Episode 3, yes. I did plan on streaming the entire series. Is there a way to stream Vita? I am not buying the PSP Vita for fucking Phantasy Star Nova. Is there a way to stream that? Because I know I can play PSP emulation. I don't know if I can stream it very well, though. I know I can't stream PS2. That can barely fucking run. Judging by that emote, probably not. I'm gonna have to look. Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to look. Because I am not buying the Vita. I don't know. I don't know how good that game is, but I am definitely not buying a fucking shitty-ass handheld for a game that is probably not good. I could be wrong. Because so far, Phantasy Star Zero for the DS wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. It was worse than Zero to me, and I didn't really care for Phantasy Star Universe, not Zero. Phantasy Star Zero was... What I'm talking about. I can't talk. There are Vita emulators. Oh, hey, Hazard, how you doing? Well, that's good to know. That is good to know. I am not buying that piece of shit. How you doing? I am just in the tundra killing a bunch of some poor elephants. Yeah, it's not an explosion. Ah, nice. Mike, nice. I'm over here trying not to get frostbite with my character. Anyway. Whoa. But I'm also happy that I fucking got this game running through the dang tweaker. Because fuck that client. Can go shove off for its asshole for uninstalling every twice. Also, it was very bad and very, very CPU extensive, apparently. Fucking my stream. I could not stream with it. I am streaming perfectly fine right now. Yeah, that 100 doesn't seem like a for a bunch of female. Oh, it does not! Especially with her boobs half exposed. Tweaker is very amazing, yes. I finally got it completely installed last night. Exactly doing all the work. And it's a shame. Microsoft was one of the bigger pioneers of my life with this damn game. Damn it. I'm not a big fan of the original Xbox, but if it wasn't for them, I would not... I don't know how Phantasy Star would have stayed in my life. Like, I put so many... The most of my life was on Xbox version of Phantasy Star Online. Like... That's literally all the Xbox had up until 360 came out with Dead Rising in 2006. And then a few other games. Like, if it wasn't for that, Xbox and Microsoft would be off the map for me. You know, I would have stayed with GameCube. The biggest issue is my highest character, level 60 at the time, got erased. No, GameCube was my biggest life before that happened. Then once the Xbox version came out, I said, fuck you. But don't get me wrong. GameCube was my life. As a child, it's definitely one of the best Nintendo consoles for me growing up. But that was the biggest reason I had switching over. But GameCube was still a big part of my life. Oh my god, Nintendo is still a huge part of my life. I'll never forget the GameCube. Love that thing. My old GameCube is the only console that survived getting sent in to get fixed. It's, I think, still alive in my friend's hands. With a miniature miniature camera, yes. No, a miniature little monitor that if you ever need to play like on the road, or if your friend or whatever family members at home are using up the TV, you have an optional way of playing the GameCube still. Good old days when you had old school like LCD screens. I just threw my old LCD screen that I used to use on any console. Mainly like Xbox 360 or PS2 or... good old days. You know, my first thing I played on that screen was like, it was a Mad Cat screen. The first thing I ever played on that thing... When I first got it, it was a Christmas present. I played Kingdom Hearts 1 on that. That just shows how old that thing was. I just threw that out. I feel old. That thing has survived many drugged-filled nights. With my friends sleeping over. I never grew up with the Atari. Unfortunately, by the time I was born, my family's Atari must have broke or whatever, because I know my parents had one, or my dad did at the very least. But I grew up with the NES and Genesis and all that. NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, all those onward. So I had everything else. Onward to PlayStation, to Dreamcast, PlayStation, yeah, PlayStation, Sega Saturn, Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, and all that, Game Gear, Genesis, Super Nintendo, to modern consoles from, you know, PS2, GameCube, Xbox, PS3, 360, all that. I even got to live through all the different social media type changes with AOL Instant Messenger, fucking MySpace to Facebook. Hell, I even had a fucking tagged. In fact, I still do. A tagged, a foobar. Before all this nonsense exists. Yep. I remember when my internet used to tell me it would take like 27 years to download a file. Yeah, good old days. How long will it take take to download this ROM? 27 years. You son of a bitch. Back when playing Pokemon Red or Blue or Yellow on your computer as a ROM was a big thing. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm just dating us all. My biggest memory is having my freaking Ethernet cable stretched across my kitchen, because that's where the box and all the internet information, that's all where all the internet was. So I would drag that from the front room to my living room, where my like Dreamcast, my GameCube, and my PS2, my Xbox, well, not my PS2, but all the consoles that require an Ethernet connection. Yes, I also remember the day where we got an actual. I remember the day when we evolved from a landline phone straight connected to a wall that had a cord to a cordless phone, to now having my mom's old cell phone as my first cell phone, to actually having my own cell phone. Using the, oh my god, I couldn't even, yeah. Using the phone and the internet at the same time. Couldn't even do that. back then when we all had this, we had multiple phones, but they all shared the same line. So whenever someone else would be on the same line, you'd pick it up to hear the conversation. reading about Kingdom Hearts 1 in the Game Informer. Good old days. I don't know why that's like my biggest memory, but I remember waiting for Kingdom Hearts 1 to come out, and I was like, Disney and this other series that I barely even know of. I mean, I only knew of Final Fantasy due to Cloud and all that, so when I saw other images of that, I was like, oh, fucking Final Fantasy and Disney. Hehe. Yes, good old days.
Which quest are you up for? Which quest would you like?
Oh, I can join over here. It's really nice. Oh, fuck it. No.
I look forward to your next visit. I've been expecting you. Drop by anytime.
I care for those. Alright. My god, my room is getting hot.
Which quest are you up for? Come back anytime.
The Mammoth subjugation. Why is it getting so hot? Now I'm just hoping that my friend Zero Hazard, if you probably don't know, is Tom from Morton. But I'm hoping he says he downloaded both. I'm hoping he has the Tweaker's version of Microsoft's client. Otherwise, he's gonna be probably having a much harder time. We'll see. It wasn't that bad. It's just the game was lagging a lot worse, and my frames on my stream was ass. He had long hair. He was a skater guy. He always wore a beanie. He was like a rocker. Dark brown hair. His last name was Tom Tennant. That's his full name. There's an optimization flag in the visual launcher or something like that. I don't know why Microsoft doesn't give a fuck at all. I don't know. Well, the people who did the tweaker help handle the game. Oh, good, as opposed to. Yeah, I'm still good. I mean, whatever. If anyone else is on that, they can be fixed.
For all ARC's ops. Numerous fall spawn are congregating near the mining bases on Lilliput. Prepare for a defensive operation.
I'm gonna stick with this just in case, because it could break again. It's definitely not gonna be perfect. Even this isn't perfect, but the tweaker and the people who run the tweaker obviously are used to help fixing and keeping the Japanese version well helped and maintained to an extent. I don't know really else what they do for the Japanese version besides the translations, but I'm sure it helps. It helps because their client is a pain in the ass to fucking install. Not if it's bad or whatever. I've never noticed because it's been a while. But goddamn it, I hated the Japanese original client. Fucking man, Jesus Christ. Oh, defense op in 15 minutes. Looks like it's time to get done. Nice. No, I've been having a very good time with this game, though. It's still very fun. I still find it just hard for me to get into it compared to Phantasy Star Online, but that game's a lot older. It's just it hits home more for me. And even then, I have to be in the mood for that game. Yeah. Well, have fun kicking some ass. I'll probably go and do it. But even then, it's hard for me to get into Phantasy Star as well. I have to really get into it. Like, I have not been feeling it lately. And I really want to farm a weapon for my game, but it's a hard... I have the weapon itself. I have to farm the item to make into its final form now. It's not even its final form. But anyway, that was a pain in the ass as is, and I wasn't even farming that. Now I'm just trying to beat every mission and every area and just have fun unlocking everything and leveling up, and that's usually kind of what my favorite thing to do is, personally. It's not that, it's MMO grinding. Yeah, no, it's extensive grinding. I could sit here and play a game like Kingdom Hearts and say, I don't know, Pokemon. I don't know about Pokemon. Pokemon's grind is kind of I like Final Fantasy grind and stuff like that. I can probably play that for a while, and then some like Kingdom Hearts, but big grinding like this is a bit different, if that makes sense. I love RPGs. I can grind all fucking day. It just depends. I gotta be into the game though at the point, like, because Pokemon has different grind feel to me than say Final Fantasy does. Earlier Final Fantasy, not modern Final Fantasy. Hell, if you want to throw that into the mix, I can fucking grind in Final Fantasy VII Remake all day. And then if there's, say, Final Fantasy X-2, fuck, I can play that. I can grind that all day. 10 and X-2, I can grind in that all day. 7 I'll get bored of, but it's... I don't know, turn-based combat versus what some of the ATP combat is kind of annoying after a while. But 10-2 is definitely my favorite iteration. It just depends, though. It's true, though. You do gotta be in a mood. That's why I'd be playing a lot of different games, though. For a lot of people who... X, oh my god, I love it. My recent playthrough of Final Fantasy X, I took 3 months off of Twitch. Fucking nearly... I have not beaten Penance. I'm at the end. I've beaten everything else but him, and I nearly maxed my character out. So, yep, mine is 700 hours. I have everyone's stats at near max 255, and I have everyone's health in the mere, I don't know, 20 to 30k. They're nearing tier 2 maximum. And everyone does max damage on every field, whether it's magic or physical damage. All I need to do is beat Penance. I know I can. And I actually did show a bit of him in stream, but I died only because I don't really know how to fight him yet. And I didn't really try, but I did that in about 700 hours. And then shortly after that, I started my playthrough of 10-2, which I beat 100%. I got the best ending. And I'm on playthrough 2, working on the actual game's 100%, where you get everything. Just nah, I'm good. Believe it or not, that's actually my second full run through 10-2. I've never beaten the true final boss, or the true hidden boss, Penance, but I've beaten all the Dark Aeons before. That's nothing new. It's just, I'm never gonna Zanmato, even if I've already beaten the game before. That's just no fun. It's funny to watch if I do get it by chance, but I'm not really into using him. I'll use my other summons. You've technically never beaten X. Huh. It's a very good game. Yeah. That's what I also like about RPGs, though. You can grind all day, but if you still don't know how to fight a boss, you are gonna die. Final Fantasy is a test to that. Phantasy Star Originals attest to that. It don't matter. You can grind all fucking day. Dark Souls is another one. Even though there's really not much of kind of like a grinding in terms of like, oh, you killed 200,000 enemies, you grow like this many levels. You just got to keep your souls. But even games like that where you just grind and grind and grind and max out get high levels of damage. Well, maybe in turn-based RPGs, high level damage will wreck your boss. But still, my point stands. You can grind all day if you don't know what you're doing. You're not gonna fucking beat your ultimate bosses. Like I'm near max everything in 10-2, and I still 10, and I still died to Penance, even though I wasn't really trying. You still got to know what you're doing. Turn on X, everything in mind. I usually go about 10 seconds before saying, I'll just play Blitzball. You like Blitzball? See, I enjoy trying to get Waka's weapon. After a while, it gets really annoying. But I'm gonna tell you this. It beats Titus's minigame. Fuck that shit. And you know what else it beats? All of 7's minigames. What I am dreading miserably in the remake. I am not waiting for any of 7's minigames. No thanks. Best minigame was the Honeybee in minigame. And that's it. Hey, everyone dreads that one, but I really am fine with dodging 200 lightning bolts. That's really not that hard. That's a lot less tedium, trust me, than the Chocobo thing with Titus. Oh, God, that's a lot more tedious. And seriously, though, Blitzball really just gets old. Because for me, once I score a point or two, I wait fucking behind the goalie and I just glitch out the thing, and that's it. Because after several matches of me leveling up my guys in the first place to get them to the point where I can win consistently and get the team that I want, is kind of annoying after a while. But it is fun, I give you that. Oh, to dodge lightning. Ah, that's nice. Yeah, but it's really not bad, though. There's worse. There's worse. 10-2's lightning calibration. I enjoy the first bits, but the last several towers, fuck you. And there's only a few of them that actually give you interesting shit. The rest can go shove it up their ass. Oh, so have I. I've beaten the original Tournament Cup for Waka all the time. I usually don't... Once I do my stream of 10, I will not be continuing until I actually beat that Tournament Cup for Waka in the story. Just because I want that. I like that. That's just how I am. Plus, same with the Jack shot. But then once you start being able to request other Blitzball players, and you basically never lose anymore. A couple good Blitzballers, and you don't lose any longer. Oops. And we go to sleep. Yeah, that's another fun one. Or poisoning them. Or I personally just enjoy having 3 people on me, and then I just like doing those jack shot and just scoring right past all of them. Titus is the best, man. And I'm not gonna pronounce him Titus, as most people would probably call him. Damn it. Doing it again. Oh. Alright, man. See you around. Have fun with your quest. I'll see you when you get back if you do. Ooh. Oh yeah. Ooh, okay, don't do that. It's rude. Don't spin at me, it's rude, dude. But you know, no. But you synthesizer. I want to do that quest. I want to do it eventually. Once I beat this, I just gotta subjugate a Darmarmouth. It's called Damarmouth in this now instead of Damalmouth. I guess that makes sense. Japanese people usually have names that have R's in them, usually pronounced with L's. If anyone watches anime. Stuff like Krillin. Just Japanese is Korean. There's Kilala, which is also spelled with R's. Then there's Zoro or Zolo from One Piece. Oh yeah, I want to go this way, yeah. What you doing hiding all that snow? It's gotta be cold, even though you are a winter fox looking thing. Ooh. Elba blades? Nice! Deposit, please. Oh, hello.
Emergency.
You're not a Malmoth, but Ow. You're a boss, but sure, I'll fight. Ah!
Emergency. Code. Due.
Did you stop? Oh my god, dude. Why are you being a pansy? You're jumping around a lot. I guess this is like Horsefuck Valley after all. You get to fight a fucking cat. Hell, even in the original boss fight, was 2 kitties. Oh.
Emergency defense mission alert. Numerous fall spawner raiding the mining bases of Lilith. Congratulations on completing the objective ASAP to defend the bases.
Completed.
Alright, Malmoth. Oh, and I got my Photon Blast. Oh. Well, alright.
Emergency!
Emergency! Code! Due!
There's power you've kindled. Nice. Oh.
Congratulations on completing the
I am all sparkly.
Please head back.
Completed!
Oh. There, it's a little better. Alright, let's see, what do we get? Double repair deposit to storage. You're going to storage, you're going to storage. And let's equip weapons and let's pop you on there. And then let's get rid of these. And then let's check out my armor. It's better melee defense range. Overall, that is better. And then we set the rest. Alright, right. And then I want to deposit the storage. And then I'm gonna deposit the storage.
Which quest are you up for?
Urgent mining base defense op despair. We can go do it. I don't mind doing some fun quests. Let's see what we got here.
Emergency defense mission alert.
Oh, it's one of these. I see. It's yeah, no, it's one of those.
All ARCS ops, report to the quest counter ASAP to defend the... We're about to see some action. Enemy encroachment is already well underway, so stay alert. Now's the time to use AIS to kick some enemy butt. Good luck out
Yeah, someone's got a frog, man. Yeah, we don't have any points right now. We just gotta wait. Didn't hit one yet. Oh, well. That's alright. I'll get to where it matters. Come here, you. Hey, attack me. Don't all ignore me. Goddamn to everyone who's in low as level. I'm about to be 20 myself. I'm in fourth. Bitches. What happens when I'm a hunter? No excuse, I'm not the only hunter. Glitchy. Maybe not glitchy.
Uh-oh. I'm picking up powerful enemy readings. Remain vigilant, everyone.
Oh, that's the positive crystals. Good to know. I'm on the other end, great. Oh.
What are these readings? Small spawn are getting stronger as we speak. Exercise extreme caution. Uh-oh. I'm picking up powerful enemy readings. Remain vigilant, everyone.
Good to know they singled me out. Good to know I'm useless. Like always. Ow, what the heck? You're just gonna put me on that item now.
What are these readings? The false spawn are getting stronger as we speak. Exercise extreme caution.
The hell? He just appeared then disappeared. And dead. Oh, that explains his disappearance. Great. I was gonna attack him and they jumped away. Oh, Ragnar! Hey, how about you're gonna die?
Remain vigilant, everyone. Uh-oh. I'm picking up powerful enemy readings. Remain vigilant, everyone.
It's Mega Heracross!
Uh-oh. I'm picking up powerful enemy readings. Remain vigilant, everyone.
And it's Mega dead. Whoa, wait. Extreme danger.
What is this? I've never seen such a powerful hostile signal before. Be extra careful, okay?
It just falls. Ooh, I wish I can get one of those. Guess I gotta get better at this. Oh my, I went down, that one down, I did bad. in the midst of it, aren't we? Oh, I got wrecked over here. Lucha! Welcome, Lucha Raiders! How's everybody? How'd everyone enjoy Phantasy Star on your end? Thank you for the raid with 7 people, guys. Everyone go check out Lutria's show. He's an awesome guy. He's funny, hilarious, and he does a lot of funky stuff. And I don't want to exit anywhere. Oh, here we go. Another Mega Heracross. Fuck that bitch. Give me all your loot. Another green base. Uh-oh. Yeah. You failed? Oh, I'm sorry. Ah, okay. Yeah, I bet. I'm alright. My highest so far I've seen is 5th place. I'm not doing too well in terms of anything. I don't really care right now. There's still a lot to learn I have to do with this game, but I'm having fun with level. I'm having fun with it. I know I'm not going to be anywhere near the best. These guys are going to be faster, quicker, and know what they're doing. Yeah, I made it to 5th. It wasn't that bad. 5th contribution. Giving up and retreating, yeah. We ran out of time, guys. Let's get out of here. I guess I was just constantly in 4th. See, I'm in 10th right now. I went from... I was above 10th place, at the very least, in all those rounds. I am full on Jack. I am full on absolute crap. Yeah, I know. Well, hello. Everything just appearing out of nowhere over there. Yeah, the UI in this is a lot better, definitely. PSO just has some... I just enjoy PSO's gameplay and better than this. That's just me. Oh... Fortunately, that contribution. Ah. Nah. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Are they all waiting for something, or comments displayed in the... Sure. Some good stuff in here. That's going to character storage. That's guess you can also put you. These weapons are pretty cool. I've always did like these weapons. Got me some rare. Cool. Wee. Oh, thank you. I got a bunch of shit to withdraw though. Yes. I need to get the rest of the game set. So all our physical combat weapons. I feed my mag those for the most part. Check any of this stronger or not armor. Everything else goes up though. It's very nice. Let's keep that. That's rare as hell. I'm keeping that just for the fact of that. I would assume, I don't know, it's rarity. I'm keeping that anyway. You can go into character storage or default storage for now. Retrieve. want I sell you? I don't know. And not bad on this one either. So wait, can I wear this and then that one? It wouldn't make a difference. Huh. Alright, well, cool. Goodbye everything else then. Yep, that's everything. I just got an upgrade. Cool. It is hot as hell in there. 9. Be right back. Stay hydrated, fellow streamers, especially fellow RPG players. Especially when games don't necessarily require you to, but grinding and being a big part of grinding and farming being a big part of MMOs and RPGs. We tend to stick in one spot for hours on end. It's always good to adequately stretch every few hours. Get some nice cold throat liquid to help you throughout your adventure. Your mighty dragon juice, or whatever your medieval RPGs would be. Get, or Bloodborne, get your blood ready. Or Estus. Or monomates in this case. Get your mates ready. If you want to count that as a drink, it heals you. So we're talking about drinks of some sort that heal you. Your characters drink it. Get your whatever your Monster Hunter potions are. Get all of that. This woman looks like she stinks all sorts of nasty. Hey girl.
What do you need?
What do you got? Ooh. Hey.
You'll have to excuse me.
It is important to get all those fluids. Yes, it is.
You'll have to excuse me.
Oops.
You'll have to excuse me. What do you need? You'll have to excuse me. Hello. Bye-bye. Hello. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Tucker.
Leave it to me.
Let's see.
Oh, this is a great find. Oh, this is a great find. Oh, this is a great find. Oh, this is a great find.
Good for okay. I can make my Kagome.
Oh, this is a
Right, I did have a
great
partner.
find. Take care now.
Alright. We got some secondary weapons for other classes that I could easily use, or other characters in the future. I definitely got 3 other characters. I got 2 other characters. I got one character that I'm playing by myself on, who's gonna be remade, who is Snoo from Monster Hunter World. She is my bouncer. Then I got my Ranger Scope from Phantasy Star Online. This is also my Hunu Whirl from Phantasy Star Online, remade in PSO2. So, we'll get there. I'm not much of a Force user, so don't expect that to happen a lot, if at all. The only time I plan on get that was one Thick ass character. Anyway, the only time I really plan on using a force is maybe I do want to level up every character class. Yeah, you only have one right now. Well, I made her. I wanted to make at least my Uniworld from PSO and Scope. But my third character was because I was just like, you know what? I also want to play by myself. This is a pure stream character that I'll either stream with people or by myself, as just because I want to get PSO content out. Because I think a lot of people are burnt out on the first PSO. At least a lot of people I've met off there are tired of seeing the same thing. So is mine. That and Humar and Huni were the very first two characters I've ever made. That's funny. My original Uniworld's name was Liqua Girl. Unfortunately, that died out long ago when she got nulled on Dreamcast. Good old days. People hacked her. I lost everything. She was my level 60 character on Dreamcast. My highest character on Dreamcast was also level 60. And then she got fucked over. Oh, nice. Didn't mean to level up there. Why do I need a fucking body pillow? That's cool though. Boing, I love the. Now I want that. Now I want a PSO body pillow of my character. Shit though, once I do make Scope and hopefully when she comes out perfect, I hope I can get, I would love to get some PSO2 Scope art, requested art, so I can get as some merch too. Yeah, I just started looking at it. The tail is from the last one and I'm loving every second of that tail. Whee! Barely see it, but there it is. Wow, wow, wow.
What would you like to do?
Ooh.
Feel free to stop by anytime.
Right. The thing is, they usually give a skill tree resets when they update the game. Indeed, yes, indeed. I still have a lot to learn about this game. But yes, that's nice to know. I thought this character's name was Smokin'. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know if it's worth doing. Are they really? Exotic. Why can't you just find them in this like you could in PSO? Damn. Man, I do miss the good old days when there was no such thing as DLCs in the vein of like, well, DLC and extra content that you could just easily buy. Xbox actually had DLCs with games, believe it or not. That sucks. Believe it or not, old school Xbox and old school of that nature still had DLCs back then. It just wasn't as bad as it is now. I mean, it was in the way of like, here's extra content they usually buy in the way of like you buy a disc or a game gives you a second disc with it. Fable did it with Lost Chapters. Jesus. I miss the old days of like old school PSO where you can find everything. You can't have infinite storage, but however in the freaking private servers, you have 2 bank storages, one character and one that goes, you know, for every character. A secondary bank that connects your other characters, so you no longer have to wait for your best friend to get online to trade your items with each other with, and that's great. I like that your mags can be found in old school PSO. You can find everything. You can either choose to trade photon drops with actual people online for different rare weapons that you may are looking for, or you can choose to find that own rare yourself. This game is not like, oh hey, let's force you to get certain things. Not that this is, but there are things where it's like, fuck, I want a new mag, or fuck, I want a 3rd character. You gotta pay for that. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm afraid this also will do. Certain things are behind, yeah, certain, like, you want this weapon faster? Here, you can buy all of this. You want this certain item? Here's all these, the Arcs cash, or the fun points, or whatever, or the gems, or whatever. You can buy all that shit. It's like, here's, now you can get all this easier, or whatever. It's like, I think the whole Regal pack, too, should have been a free thing for Phantasy Star fans. Because most people who are playing this now are fans of the old days. A lot of new kids will be coming onto this, but most of us here are all fans, so they should have given out that us for free. Damn you, Microsoft. I wonder if this game's gonna get a lot of the different events that the original was getting. I remember being in there, I seen like the Attack on Titan event, I saw like the Sonic Rings event, and I know they're getting like a wedding thing right now, but nah. That's how the Japanese business. Oh, is it? I know Sega has a hand in it, but I thought it mostly was Microsoft. They're both greedy, I don't really care. I still think Microsoft's more greedy than Sega. I don't know how you can go and buy a game and then make a shitty port, either. Like, how do you fucking... They must have paid a shit ton of money just to get it out here and get this server, whatever server they're using, with PC and Xbox connecting and making a very, very shitty port on possibly both ends. I'm assuming the Xbox port's not any better because I had an issue connecting with it originally. They also had to push that beta back. Ugh. Who knows? PSO might not have been very great on Xbox original either. Sure knows that Xbox can't make good headsets. That's for sure. No, it was not. I waited forever that night to play the beta, and I played a few good hours of that shit. And I knew from the outset, I was like, I'm gonna be playing this for a while. I didn't play it until fucking the next few days later, and then I didn't touch that again until now. I was like, yeah, I'm not playing the Xbox version. I would probably barely. I did, because I did not know that it was going to be ass, because the console version wasn't that bad. It just looked like shit. And their connectivity was ass, but oh man, did I not know what I was going into when I downloaded it and installed it. Fucking it uninstalled on me twice. And then I tried to install it the other day to play, and I was like, fuck Microsoft. I said, you know what, I'm gonna fucking go and actually reinstall everything. And then I ended up missing a next step on the tweaker. I was like, ah, damn it. Well, we got it. And here's the result, so. I don't. I will always support Microsoft better than. Oh, well, I've never gone to Microsoft store. That was the first time. I will always support Microsoft over any other fucking company like that. Like Apple or whatever. I will never go Apple. And Zune. Zune's the only thing I've actually bought things off the Microsoft store. Music. And even that store sucks. But, that's about it. I had to buy the fucking cloud storage off Microsoft. I had to buy the Microsoft cloud storage because I'm not losing my hard drive again. Aside from the OneDrive that I needed to buy for space, I bought some music off the Zune Market, and then, well, of course, this piece of crap, and I bought the stupid stuff for PSO, like the extra stuff that they sell, the Regal outfit and the Sonic shit in the Xbox thing that I have. I just know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Apple. I worked with them. They also had them for... They had them for when you did a bunch of shit. I forgot what it was in high school. I forgot what class I had in high school, but they had them for everything. I'm not a Mac or any of that. I like my Windows. That's what I've had all my life. Don't call me biased or anything. It's just I've used other computers and I like what I like. Alright, well. They are not great. They aren't? Ah, okay. Well, I've never worked with a Mac before. I've only dealt with Windows and Apple. So in that case, I'm always going to get an Android. I will never get an iPhone. I will never get an iPod, iPad. I've always had a Zune. CD players and Zune, and then it was a normal MP3. It was MP3 players, then Zune, and then after that it was my phone. I've never had an iPhone or an iPad or an iPod or any of that. My brother had all that, but I didn't care for it. I know Zune wasn't as good as the i stuff, but whatever, the iPods or whatever, but I don't care. As the iPods are still around. I think. iPads are at the very least. Zune, Microsoft doesn't do jack shit with music players. The only thing they have going for them is Time Machine. Indeed.
Good luck.
Fucking robot maid looking like she's ready to fucking blow you with her shit up. It's good to do a longer stream since my last few episodes were done with the shitty Microsoft version. This load screen's kind of buffery. Come on, load. There you go. Nah, it's picking up. I guess we'll use a Twitter @PlayPSO2.
Notifying all personnel. This is the tundra region of Navarius. It's covered in ice and snow that frequently blocks passage through the landscape. It's also home to hostile sylvets who dwell in the valleys and use the snow as cover to ambush.
How's that water not frozen?
victims. Readings also indicate abnormal climatic conditions and the presence of creatures corrupted by the false fog. Stay alert.
Tundra was always cool. It's a shame they don't really make MMOs kind of like PSO. This is the moment this game fully dies, you can't just play it again. It kind of sucks. Like, I know the private servers for any of PSOs aren't going to be alive once they die out. You can't just play them, but like, I'm going to miss... That's what the biggest appeal to me with PSO was, is me and my friends can still play it. And that's why PSO is still alive to me to this day. Otherwise, it would have probably have died out a long time ago. Even though a lot of my close friends actually stopped playing PSO, but me and Tom, or me and Zero, once I got him on it, it was kept alive for the both of us. Haha. I didn't even get it in the store in the first place. A friend of mine on had Dreamcast and showed me, and I fucking fell in love with it ever since. And then I was on it. I spent, like, that game was the game I spent my first all-nighter on. I remember getting a freaking keyboard for that game. I remember having a blue VMU with a blue controller, and... oh, man. I even had a GameCube keyboard. I continued to play Phantasy Star even through Universe. Once that came out, I thought I was done with it for a while. I got kind of like, Universe was changed up its things, and I was like, you know what, I didn't really feel like playing it. But I played it on and off over the years, and I played the PSP version, I played the Xbox version, Then this came out. Well, Zero and came out, and I played a bunch of that with my friends. We all did co-op, me and my friends did co-op on Zero and Universe for a while as well. A few that still play the games. Over time, I was just playing Xbox version on and off over the years, till I met Sachak. Yes, even that far back. And then I found Sachak, and then I was happy. And then I found later versions that were better. I didn't really care for the story so much. I played a lot of the PSP version. I just made character just to have fun with it. PSU has a private server called Clementine. I'm sure you've probably heard of it. I was thinking about eventually playing it. I'm excited. I'm glad to have played through the first 3 Phantasy Star games, while the third one isn't the greatest. Can say once I beat 4, I really can say that Phantasy Star is a pretty good franchise. I'm glad they decided not to make it as long and extravagant as Final Fantasy's become. But Sega hasn't given up on it. Phantasy Star is still everywhere in forms, and I like that. They still have it out in other places. First game's on the Switch. Steam has a couple games. Xbox has a few of the games, the originals. Then there's this. It is. It was a very good old game. Phantasy Star is very good. I enjoyed the second one. Phantasy Star 2 was very good. It had its moments that I hated its second half, but it was a very good game. Even Phantasy Star, I nearly beat it on the Switch because they introduced a little mini map that really helps you in the fucking dungeons. That just makes the game. The game otherwise is very, very annoying without any of that and not knowing what you're doing in those fucking goddamn dungeons. On top of the encounter rate. With the inclusion of that map in the Switch version, it made the game so much goddamn better. Go watch my stream of that and you'll see what I fucking mean. I loved 1 after that. Like, my stream of 1 was good, but my lord, having tried to beat that game blind for the first time, no. An hour, my first stream in 1 dungeon. Fucking goddamn it. The second game made it so much better because I beat that entire game really without much of a map at all. There was like a little bit of map usage that I needed for one part of. And then some of the inner dungeons that I used maps for, but like the whole overworld, no. But first game, I fucking fuck that. Dungeons, overworld, everything. Third game was 100% blind without any maps whatsoever. And third one was rough. It was rough. I don't know what I'm doing. Take it. Break it. Ah, it doesn't matter. So what are you doing now? You're not playing anymore, or are you doing a mixture of both? Oh, hello. fucking kick your ass. Woo! Oh, that move's great. Hold you too long, though. Wait, I have it on there twice? Oh no. I may need to get that. There, let's try that. I really don't want to use that a lot. That moves kind of makes you sit there a bit. That's why I didn't really care for dual pistol mech. They're called friggin' dual pistols, mech guns specifically in PSO because their animation was kind of annoying. They're kind of slow. It's not just their animation; it's just they were good, but their animation was could have been better for that. My main weapon in PSO off my Ranger is actually half of one. It actually, once you find its second half, you actually can make it into a mech gun, but it's actually the fastest handgun in the game. From what I can tell, anyway. I'm not sure how good they are together, but it's just a normal handgun at this point. So once I turn it into its mech gun form, it's definitely gonna lose its range. That turn, with that, she becomes my range DPS, and she's definitely her DPS. While she's weaker, she heavily does far more damage than my Uniworld does. Who's hitting for about. My Raymar does. She's a Raymarl. She does about 3 to 400s. My Uni does about 6 to 7s. But her damage output is far faster with the gun. I don't know. I really loved her. I don't know why on console I only used Humar for most of my life. Could not, for the life of me, use any other class, but then for some reason I started using Scope on my Blue Burst playthrough, and I loved her. I don't know why. But Raymarl's always been my favorite Ranger anyway. Bad kitty.
Perfect resolution.
Don't mess with my parasol.
Completed.
I'm just Mary Poppins.